Okay, so I understand that learning about information can be a little boring, especially if you're not a librarian. But pizza is something we can all get behind, right? I love pizza, and maybe you do too. Even if you've never tried pizza, you know what it is. And maybe you have an opinion on whether pineapple belongs on pizza. I think it's pretty good. But my favorite is dipping my pizza in ranch dressing. It's so delicious. Well, now I want you to think a little bit about pizza. What kinds of questions might a person ask about pizza? If you want to grab a paper and pen, that's fine. Just pause this video or answer in your head. If you wanted to eat pizza, what might you need to know? Or what if you were thinking about pizza as a scholar or researcher? So what questions might a person ask about pizza? Well, what about what is a recipe for pizza? Or who makes the best pizza in Waco? I like Domino's and Little Caesars, but I'm sure there are great local spots in Waco. Let me know if you see me around campus what your favorite pizza is. Or how many calories are in pizza? Or how does pizza crust rise? What is the history of pizza? Which countries consume the most pizza? These are all great questions, and we need information to answer them. But what type of information would answer these questions? Let's think about it. Well, we could find a pizza recipe in a cookbook, a recipe website, or even a YouTube video from a cooking personality. You could even ask someone you know who's a good cook. Now, if I were trying to find out who makes the best pizza in Waco, I would probably check online reviews. Or maybe I would ask an MCC student. For calorie information, the best place to look would probably be the nutrition label, right? Ooh, but what about this pizza crust question? That one's tougher. If I remember my middle school science correctly, baking dough is an example of a chemical change. So I would probably check a chemistry article or a chemistry book. Some cookbooks might even have this information. To learn about the history of pizza, historical documents or historical articles would probably be the best choice. And to answer which countries consume the most pizza, we would need data like statistics. Okay, so what is my point with all of this? Well, these are the takeaways I want you to remember. First of all, I want you to remember that pizza is delicious, of course. But more importantly, there are many different types of information. And different types of information answer different types of questions. Even more importantly, you have to know what questions you're asking before you can find the right information. Similarly, the type of information you need will determine where you look for it and where you will find it. This is a very handy chart that will help you determine what information you need and where to find it. Feel free to pause the video and take a screenshot and save it for future reference. But every time you sit down to search for sources, ask yourself, what kind of information do I need right now? Why? And that's all for this pizza mini lesson. Thanks for watching and be sure to check out the other lessons.